Meow! I'm Huples cat. It's nearly the end of April, which means HotDocs in Toronto. We'll be staying in an old church, now an Airbnb condo, close to the Animal Liberation Kitchen, so there'll be lots of vegan food to be eaten. We're going to be seeing 14 feature or short-length documentaries over a few days, so it's going to be kind of intense. So the first film we're seeing is by two of England's best old filmmakers. I've actually seen a lot of these films as a child in England.
Time rushes by. Love rushes by. Life rushes by. What do you want? To live? I want to create. To make something big out of something little.
To dance. I gave up my vows.
Nothing is stronger than the law in the universe. But on Earth, nothing is stronger than love.
I used to get excited by the different logos of the different British film companies. But there was one which held out a very special promise. That was the target of the archers. That heralded a Powell Pressburger film. And by the time I was 10 or 11, I'd be watching Powell Pressburger films endlessly on TV. They were shown a lot. There was one called The Tales of Hoffmann, which is not an obvious film you'd say for a child to enjoy. It's basically a 19th century opera, but I just didn't watch it once. I mean, I watched it repeatedly and obsessively. It was on this program called $1 Million Movie, which showed the same film all week, twice every evening, and 3 times on the weekend. But the thing was that I was hypnotized by it. And those repeated viewings taught me pretty much everything I know about the relation of camera to music. And even now, music and images from that picture often run through my mind. In fact, I think the Powell Pressburger films have had a profound effect on the sensibility that I bring to all the work I was able to do. I was so bewitched by them as a child that they make up a big part of my film subconscious.
Rouge. I'm not sure if it's my thing, but it might be interesting. Can basketball defeat systemic racism and poverty? No, of course it can, but I will try to be open-minded.
This is a story of men and methods. On the banks of the River Rouge, what is done here and how well it is done depends upon men. Methods and machines change. The earth and men endure.
I grew up in the 60s, and if you like basketball, you knew 3 things. Boston Celtics, UCLA, and River Rouge, because they were all the best.
They won 9 state titles in 12 years.
I mean, how in the world do you win that many championships? You just don't.
Back-to-back championships.
It's the gold standard of high school basketball in America.
This program is certainly back on top.
It's the winningest program in the state of Michigan's history.
They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 33, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The bottom line is who won championships. Nobody has done it like River Rouge has done it.
I want to win a state championship bad. I feel like it's our turn now.
There's 14 state championships on that wall. That's what we play for. I don't hide from it. I don't have the kids hide from it. So that's what we're playing for.
How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? How you feel? 1, 2, 3.
We want to win, but we're not going to sacrifice character. Legend, you don't want to go to school. I mean, you better get your stuff together.
And I tell the kids, if you can win in here, you can win in life. People made it out of here and become successful. So why not you?
The short programme. I'm excited about this one. 5 shorts totaling an hour and 20 minutes of documentary. It starts with autism plays itself and it goes back to 1957. This should be really fun.
The movement of the children is very natural and relaxing. And you kind of feel it's very difficult to not want to start stimming, almost in solidarity. That's beautiful. That is a thing of beauty. In a chaotic world, that's all we need, more lining up of things.
Autistic people are natural dancers. Personally, I find that if I have something that I'd like to express, sometimes words aren't the best way to reflect that to the outside world. So I connect with these girls.
Wait, stop. You can see him recognizing, just for a second, you see a little bit of his face, you see it in the eyes and the sort of the general muscles around the eyes. It suddenly stops. That's the face of somebody who has just understood something.
Then we get to see the playground. I'm not at all sure about this one.
C'est cool qu'on puisse enfin jouer ensemble. Mais est-ce que des fois t'as l'impression que les gens ils sont bizarres sur Roblox?
Oui.
T'as des exemples de trucs bizarres que les gens ils ont fait?
Oui, j'ai 2 exemples.
C'est quoi?
One of the best things about hot dogs, you don't quite really know what you're picking early on, and you want to get in early till you get the seats. This is a good example of this. A home on every floor. I'm really interested in this. Poetry is very much neglected in 2024, and by the trailer, this looks really interesting.
Hei, jeg heter Hanna. Jeg ble faktisk født på Grünerløkka. Rett utenfor blokka der familien min bodde før. Vi hadde naboer som faktisk var naboer, og vi hadde et hjem i hver eneste etasje fordi vi var hele bygdas unger. Før
The sparkles. I have absolutely no idea from this trailer if it's going to be great or awful. However, geology, Quebec, carnival, I'm in.
Ah ouais, ici, t'as pas crié ta soirée! Ah ouais!
Allez, ça fait! Faites du bruit! C'est que c'est malade!
J'ai tout mis en envers,
Pas grave, les boys, ça va venir. C'est quoi qu'on fait à soir, là, gros?
Ça va être le problème pour un Kim de tantôt, ça.
On se prend une petite bière.
Ah ouais, t'as bien raison.
Am I the skinniest person you've ever seen? Well, I'm not. The feminist lens critique of Punjabi life in Quebec should be interesting, but there is no trailer for this one, so it's going to be a hit or a miss, I think. Speaking of feminism as not being navel-gazing but actually taking affirmative action, let's go to Iceland in 1975, when 90% of all women did nothing all day and forced Iceland into the 20th century.
Almost all the women in Iceland are on strike today. It's National Women's Day there, and the women are refusing to work in even their own homes.
If women don't work, everything collapses.
We are going to show them that we can stop this society.
The man thought it was ridiculous. Oh, you are so silly.
Goodbye.
The beds were not made, dishes not washed, the telephone system went dead, theaters did not open, most of the schools were closed.
Well, it didn't come to blows, but we got very harsh words, mostly from men.
They were thought to be destroying the role of the housewife and putting society on its head.
It's like a revolution, you know.
I saw the flags coming up, and it was beautiful.
And then they called it the Long Friday.
Trigger warning for this one. Every time I've seen this trailer, it starts to make me cry. I guess I'm a sucker for otters. The scenery is spectacular. This one might be the best of the 14 judging by the trailers, but we shall see.
Let me tell you a story about a man. My man, Billy. We moved here for a better life. But he was lost for a while. Until beauty found him.
Hello there. What are you doing here?
She was just a bag of bones. She was vulnerable and she was alone. Otters are normally so shy here. She must have been desperate. And it took me back to a moment in my own life when I was alone.
Perhaps because Molly had lost her own family, she quickly became part of ours.
Molly, come on. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but I'm all she's got.
Molly will enjoy that. I got the Wi-Fi into Molly's foods today.
So Molly has Wi-Fi in her house. And I don't have Wi-Fi.
It's for a camera.
Molly came into our lives when we needed her most.
Good girl.
And she opened our eyes again.
Oh, how cute is that?
I could never have imagined that a wee creature would change everything.
Ireland Christmas, and an unjolly one at that. This one looks fascinating. I've long been of the opinion that one of the worst epidemics we've ever faced in Western society is that of loneliness, so I'm quite looking forward to the take on this.
Hello, Santa. All the girls and boys were all so excited. That was Santa.
And this will be my 33rd year as the man with the beard.
My God, well done.
And Joseph, will you help Mary just in case she drops the baby?
The Christmas spirit, it's something you have to feel. And most of the time I don't. Sorry.
I can't say I dislike Christmas, but it's a huge fuss for 24 hours.
Jacket stuffed?
Yes, please.
Cards, wrapping paper, a holly wreath.
But everything is much more expensive this year.
I just put up the Christmas tree to fit in with everybody else. If I didn't put up a tree, it would be just like another time to me now.
Did you know Christmas is cancelled? It's because I told Santa it's good and he died laughing.
Loneliness is one thing. but being invisible and forgotten is something else.
I do start crying when they singing Christmas carols. I just want to be left alone.
I don't know how I'm going to get through Christmas.
For me, Christmas will never be the same again. But the important part is time.
The kindness of people is the Christmas message.
We put this for Santy. He might give you a girlfriend or something.
As hard and all as things are, we're finding the joy in every day.
I wanted to see the fire tower, but there's no trailer with it. But it's Canadian and it should be good, and I'm really interested in how people are going to be replaced with technology in our wilds. And is it actually a good thing to do that? Are these jobs to be erased for the sake of efficiency? I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. Now, fire tower is short, so it has two smaller features to go with it. And they also have trailers, which the main one doesn't. The big weight is Australian and maintaining an emergency airport and cottages in the outback, but no one ever uses them. Again, this is probably going to be very silent and beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. The giggles will then get Asbestos, which is a short documentary on the town of Asbestos in Quebec. I believe they've renamed themselves quite recently.
Mon père a travaillé à la mine, mes oncles ont travaillé à la mine, moi j'ai travaillé à la mine, puis c'était comme une suite logique de la vie d'ici. C'est comme si tu passes ton passé. C'est notre vie, là. Nous autres, c'était notre vie.
To end our documentary fun, we get Red Fever, which I picked, so it's my fault if it's terrible. This one also is a documentary feature length, but has no trailer. I'm always up to see the Indigenous, and the crew that did this also did Real Injun, which you may have heard of or seen, which is excellent. Well, there you have it. Which of these 14 would you want to see, and which of these 14 would you definitely not want to see? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to see all 14, and I'll let you know what I think in a couple of weeks. Take care. Toodles. This has been a 2024 Little Terry doesn't go to HotDocs, but gets to hang out with Siamese cats for a week.